We spend 30 to 40 years working, and then another 30s, potentially going up to 50s of 50 years of living without any new earned income. We must have enough resources to live off that will last us as long as possible. With generations now living longer and longer thanks to ever-improving technologies and science, many people worry that their assets won't last long enough. The worry of outliving retirees' assets affect many individuals. In this presentation titled, "What Retirement Strategies Will Enhance Retirees' Ability to Live a Successful Retirement?" I will go through 3 areas. First, what are the available retirement resources? Second, the reality of the retirement statistics from multiple government survey data. Last, I will share steps that you can take early to have a successful retirement. My name is Dr. Chia-Li Chien, Assistant Professor and Director of Financial Planning Program at California Lutheran University. I hold a doctorate in financial and retirement planning. I am a certified financial planner practitioner. I authored 3 award-winning books. My most recent peer-reviewed research book is published by Palgrave Macmillan Springer Nature, titled Enhancing Retirement Success Rates in United States, Leveraging Reverse Mortgages, Delaying Social Security, and Exploring Continuous Work. My clients often tell me how they envision their retirement. Activities like playing golf, cruise around the world, or travel around the world, or spending times with families. Sometimes they really look forward to after years of hard work and savings. However, the reality is very different. The Intern was an American comedy film with superstars like Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. Robert De Niro played a role of senior intern to help start up e-commerce company. He did not spend his time on golf course. Instead, he did something that is fulfilling for him. For him, that is keep working. What you can afford to do in retirement depends on what is your available retirement resources. The retirement balance sheet is a terminology that we often use to help clients to see the big picture. There are 5 types of assets in the retirement balance sheet. First, human capital. Second, home equity. Third, portfolio financial assets. Fourth, social capital. And 5, business equity or rental real estate equity. Human capital includes continuous working or continuous career, or even work part-time like Robert De Niro in the movie Intern. Portfolio financial assets includes your checking, savings, brokerage, retirement accounts, life insurance, and annuities. Social capital includes Social Security, Medicare, company pension, family, and community support. Most advisors and retirees focus solely on the portfolio financial assets and not seeing the full picture. These assets then match with 4 types of liabilities in the retirement balance sheet. First, fixed expenses. Second, discretionary expenses. Third, contingency expenses. And fourth, legacy goals. The fixed expenses includes essential living needs, debt payment, and taxes. Discretionary expenses include travel, leisure, lifestyle improvement. Contingency expenses include healthcare, long-term care, other spending shocks. Lastly, legacy goals such as passing on leftover assets to the families and communities as well as society. It is safe to say that unless they are enough to meet the fixed discretionary and contingency expenses, legacy goals could be competing objectives. As a certified financial planner practitioner and a researcher, I want to know what the reality is for the U.S. retirees instead of running a simulation for one fictitious family, as well as to test various different retirement strategies to determine which one or ones are most effective to have a successful retirement. I took several government survey data to test my hypotheses. These government survey data includes U.S. Census survey of income and program participation, Social Security Administration life table, and consumer expenditure survey data. I ran simulations against 7,563 households. That is representing approximately 33 million individual retirees in the U.S. Oh, plus, I assume everyone has the potential to live until age 119, and that is according to Social Security Administration's life table. The success rate or success is defined that there is 1 penny left when the retiree dies at age 119. The result of the simulation indicated that the weighted average success rates is 65.9 for couples and 43% for single households. That is quite low. The higher the net worth the retirees have, they tend to have a positive correlation of a higher success rates. But measuring success rates are not enough. I want to know how much retirees could actually spend before we run out of their assets, and what retirement strategies have the highest spending percentage with 90% success rates. So let's take a look at a few states surrounding us. Take California as an example, that I set the retirees at 90% success rates, plus spending above the average cost of living in that state. The weighted population was only half of the couples, and a third of the singles households will make it. Oregon has 77% of the couples and 41% of the single household will make it. Arizona has 86% of the couples and 62% of the single household will make it. This is not to tell you to stay married forever, but one of the married couples will die first, and they will become a single household. Therefore, single households have much harder time to make it. As I tested these spending percentage across 50 states, I also tested the variety of different retirement strategies, such as using reverse mortgage, working longer, delaying taking Social Security. So let's take a look at reverse mortgage strategy for those who qualified. For those who qualify for the reverse mortgage, the national weighted average population improved roughly about 9% for both couples and single households. Using the same 3 states to compare, California state weighted population has 90% success rates and spend above the average cost of living for the state. And for those who qualify for the reverse mortgage, there was 62% of the couples and 46% of the singles will make it, roughly increase of a 10% of the weighted population improvement. Oregon's the couples population went up close to 80%. Singles went up to 52%. Arizona went up to 90% in couples and 67% in singles. But one word of caution about reverse mortgage. For those who qualified, on a national weighted average net worth, the net worth between $250,000 and $500,000 has the best improvements. And of course, this will depend upon the geographical location or the state. Keep that in mind. Not everyone who qualify will have favorable improvements. I went through by looking at only one strategy's reverse mortgage, but my study also showed depending on timing, net worth, age group, type of strategies, geographical locations will all result different, potentially favorable improvements for retirees. 4 things that I believe any retirees or pre-retirees could do to have a successful retirement. First, diversify or leverage all assets types. Remember, these assets include human capital assets, home equity assets, portfolio financial assets, social capital assets, real estate and business equity assets. You should not just focusing on the portfolio financial assets only. invest in your home, rental properties, business equity, all show favorable results. Second, plan early for the surviving spouse. As I mentioned, single households are mostly widow and widowers. When you work with a certified financial planner, pay attention to that surviving spouse planning. Third, control your spending during retirement. This may mean to downsizing, to relocating, to cohabitating with the lower cost of living state. My husband and I have homes in North Carolina and California, and I know we can stretch our assets far longer in North Carolina compared to California. Fourth, be nice to your family like your children and friends. When all failed, they could still help you before you become the burden of the society. You can find all the results and guidelines of each of these retirement strategies by state, age group in my latest peer-reviewed research book titled Enhancing Retirement Success Rates in the United States, Leveraging Reverse Mortgages, Delaying Social Security, and Exploring Continuous Work, in any bookstore. With that, your action item is to plan early with a certified financial planner near you.